Alrighty guys, good morning. Welcome to a full day of eating, a full vlog, back on marathon training. As you hear my voice, it is almost back all the way. It's been down for about a week and a half. And honestly, man, this past week and a half has been some of the hardest days of my life, in terms of like stress levels, in terms of career, work, and just balancing everything. And a few points it did feel like, honestly, felt like I was just gonna can this marathon because I felt like I was falling so behind on the training, which I think I am falling behind on the training. I couldn't run. I was sick. I couldn't get my heart rate down. I couldn't sleep. I was so stressed about work. And I couldn't run. That was the hardest part because I just couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. And the more I exerted my body, the less I had a voice. And I needed my voice yesterday because I had a major presentation at work. So that presentation is over, done. Work has slowed down a little bit. Stress levels have come down a lot. And my voice is, I would say 90% better, probably 80% better, to the point where I feel comfortable enough to go run. Now, I wouldn't do this if I wouldn't run if I didn't feel like I could, because I have taken the last 2 days off, 3 days off. So last week was a deload week. I was supposed to do like 27 miles. I ended up doing 17. I did a 6-mile run on Monday, then I did like a 3.2-mile run on Wednesday. And then I just did some walks for the rest of the week. I tried to run on Thursday and I just couldn't do it. So today's Sunday and I'm gonna go ahead and go for an 8.5 mile run. Super slow pace, like a zone 2, like a 9-minute pace. It's pretty humid out there, so we're gonna give it a best shot. But I also gonna do a full day of eating here, and then I'm just gonna slowly talk to you guys about the past week and my plans going forward. So I had 2 servings of these Nerd Clusters, which is like my go-to. It's 50 grams of carbs for 2 servings, 2 grams of protein, 200 calories right on the dot. So we went ahead and had those, and then I'm finishing up a Ghost energy drink right here. That's gonna be my pre-workout fuel. It's 5:57. I let the dog out, just gonna feed her breakfast real quick, and then we're gonna get to the trail around like 6:30. So the sun should already be coming up, so I don't need to wear the headlamp. And we're just gonna take a nice, easy 9-mile run this morning. We're not gonna press it too hard. I'm hoping for a full week of training coming up. I'll give it my best shot. I have a 19-mile run this time next week. I'll be in Ocean City for the country concert, so we're gonna give it our best shot. But I'm just so happy to actually have a voice again and actually be able to run. So yeah, sit back, enjoy this video. It's gonna be a full day of eating. Thank you guys so much for putting up with the last 2 videos. I know they weren't the best, but I just tried to get any content I could since I wasn't active and since I couldn't do anything. But yeah, I'll catch you guys a little bit later. All right, here we are, guys. We're about to get going. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my New Balance shoes here. I'm thinking about possibly buying Nike, the new Nike shoes, Vomeros, I think, just to get some practice runs in. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna do that or if I'm not gonna do that. I'm just so happy to be back here, getting ready to go. Did my stretches, popping off my cane shoes now. If you don't have cane shoes, I highly recommend getting them. They're a great recovery shoe. I wear them 24/7 when I'm not running and I'm not working. I put them on right after I finish my runs. I think I highly recommend them. They just feel so comfortable after you finish your runs. There's no better feeling than just slipping into those. But yeah, we have 8.5 miles today. The goal is just to finish the run, but the goal is also to stay around 9 minutes. Not faster, not slower, but I think 9 minutes is gonna give me a good, solid foundation to build off of. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm gonna listen to some gospel music today. Probably gonna end up crying on this run just because I feel so lucky to just be back in running. So that's the goal today, just finish up this run, try not to cry too much, and give it our best shot moving forward. There's one thing I know I gotta start doing because I'm not doing it today. I gotta start practicing with these gels again. I haven't been taking my gels. You could make an argument that for an 8.5 mile run, I probably should have a gel. But we're gonna go ahead and go gel-less again today. So but I gotta start doing that, start training my body with the nutrition, so I can actually handle the nutrition on my runs. But today we're gonna go gel-less. We're just gonna stick to a pack of Element electrolytes for today's run. I just did 1 mile. And you know, you can sit here and say, yeah, it's 1 mile. It means nothing. But that mile is the most important mile I've done probably all year, because I have faced so much adversity this past week. Stress, work, life, sickness. I didn't think I was going to complete the marathon. I didn't think I had it in me anymore. And I have 7.5 more miles to go. But I know that 1 mile I just did shows me that I'm back and I'm capable. And sometimes it's not those 20-mile runs. Sometimes it's just doing the first one that it become the most important runs of your life. That felt incredible. Let's keep going. All right, about 9-minute pace, 2.5 miles left. Filled with some water. Pretty humid outside, about 70 degrees, 95% humidity. Put some water on my head too to cool off. So far, so good. Heart rate's a little bit higher than I wanted to, but still kind of sick. So let's finish strong here, boys. All right, so that run was fantastic. I felt really good. We did 8.5 miles. I think it was like a 8:53 average pace. Average heart rate was about 158, which you clearly know is too high. I would say my standard 8:53 pace is probably like 148. So I was about 10 beats higher than normal, which is completely normal. When you're sick, your heart rate's between 5 to 10 beats higher than normal. And it also interrupts your sleep. So I think last night was like the first night in a long time where I had legit sleep, which felt really, really, really good. But still harder to breathe while you're running. Just can't get as much airflow throughout the nose. I don't know if you can hear that, but clearly still a little bit under the weather. But we did 8.5 miles. That was, most importantly, that was a confidence booster for me. There was a point there where I did feel like I completely lost all progress, which I know is irrational, but you know, I'm irrational at times. So that's really where I felt. I felt like I had no chance of getting back on track to finish up the last 4 weeks, because that's what we're down to. We're down to the final 4 weeks of training. Nervous, excited. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm sure it's gonna go perfectly fine. And I'm looking forward to the marathon. I'm looking forward to getting out there and putting in the work. But for that run, 8.5 miles, 8:53 pace, I'm happy with the progress I made. I saw a turtle. I saved a turtle along the way. I saw a toad, and I had to make an emergency stop. If you catching my drift, I wasn't proud of it, but I had no other choice. I had to make a desperate call. It was either nature or the pants, and I'm not choosing the pants. So yeah, we did that. But yeah, it was a good run. I'm happy. I had Monday off, and then we're getting back to regular tempo work and everything like that during the week. So that's something to look forward to. That's going to be fun and a good time. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and go home, eat some food, get some yogurt into my body, and then watch some football for the rest of the day. Alrighty guys, I'm at my gym right now. I gotta pick up a few things. I gotta pick up a bunch of containers that I have so I can prep my food. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm prepping this week. I'm gonna go with air fried pre-packaged chicken. I'm also gonna show you a few things that I have at work right now that's gonna help me with breakfast, because lately, I'm not gonna say I've been completely messing up, but I haven't been the best with breakfast food. I've been eating out too much, which is not ideal. I also wanna go ahead and go over to InBody with you and kind of show you just kind of where my weight is right now. Mind you, this is middle of the day, so I would say probably four pounds lighter is my actual weight. But I want to break down some numbers with the InBody and kind of go over that with you. So let me go ahead and get some containers real quick from the fridge. Alrighty guys, so this is what we got going on. So we have 2 of these blueberry triple Oikos yogurts. I'm gonna have 1 of those. 2 of those every morning. I got peach here. One of my clients brought me this. I'm not gonna have that. Well, I might have it, I don't know. We'll see, I might have it. But then this honey here, this has been really helpful when it comes to my sickness. I was doing a bunch of this with some tea, Just kind of taking shots of that. Got 3 packages of raspberry here, so I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I gotta get a few more of these. Put 1 package of these into 2 servings of those, and then I have 7 of these Core Power 42 grams of protein right there. So that is kind of my breakfast for the week, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make my lunches and prep those and show those to you guys. But let me go ahead and hop on this InBody machine right here that we have at our gym. All clients do get access to this if that's something you're interested in. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop on here and kind of go over my numbers real quick with you. Alrighty, so I said I was gonna go over my InBody reading. I just did one. My weight right now as of middle of the day is 222. Skeletal muscle mass is 97.9. Body fat percentage is 23%. I got it right here. My BMR is 2,044 calories. My BMI is 30. So a few things I want to go over here real quick with this, right? One is I haven't been taking creatine in like a month. Honestly, I've been really bad with that. I need to hop on that. So I need to hop back on my creatine, which is going to be super important to help with muscle maintenance and muscle gain. I've been sick for, I guess, close to 2 weeks now. You still hear my voice, so I've been struggling on that end. That's a decrease in muscle mass. And then in terms of overall training, it's just been down, right? So, it kind of sucks because, looking at this, like last month I was 219 in the middle of the day, with, going downwards in weight, and then, you get hit with sickness and it kind of fell back a little bit. So for the goal of the marathon, I want to be 210. Okay, so that's where I want to sit a day of the marathon. So that means I got to drop about 8 pounds in terms of morning weight, right? So we're gonna drop about 8 pounds. I'm gonna hop back on creatine. I'm gonna start taking that again today. And then these numbers are gonna start going down. I wanna try to get another InBody for you like a week out so I can show you where I am sitting, where my weight is sitting for the marathon. I've never gone over the InBody with you guys, so I wanna go ahead and get one under my belt so I can go ahead and show it to you. Yeah, overall, I'm happy with this. Obviously, I wanted to, to be better. I need to lose more. I need to lose more fat. I also need to hop back on that creatine. I need to start making progress in that way. But yeah, so this is the InBody right here. I'm gonna go to Giant real quick and pick up some food, and then go home and prep it and get these containers in the dishwasher for the rest of the day. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. Shorter video today, not as much content as I wanted to do. I ended up just going home. My parents were home. We watched football, had some pizza, just hung out, had a good time with the family. I am, I think, 90% better. I did want to go over a quick workout I did this morning. I did a pyramid interval training workout. So today I was supposed to have an off day. I was supposed to train Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But I decided to go ahead and push my Tuesday to Monday and take Tuesday off because work is a little bit busier on Tuesday. And I don't want to miss my runs, making that a priority right now. We got a month out for my marathon, so time's ticking. We did a 1.25 mile warm up, like 8:50 pace. And then it went a 1/12 of a mile, so 0.12 of a mile at like a 5:45 pace. And then a quarter mile at a 6-minute pace. Half a mile at like a 6:20 pace, 3/4 of a mile at like a 6:40 pace, and then a full mile at like a 6:50 to 7-minute pace. And then we went back down the period, back 0.75, 0.5, all the way down to 0.12. And we took a break, and then we did a 1 mile cool down at a 9-minute pace. I will say the last 2 weeks, I have not been training the way I want to. I've lost pretty much, I don't want to say I lost 2 weeks, but the last 2 weeks have been very difficult in terms of training. My health has been in the toilet a little bit. Just so much stress at work. I think that's mainly what it was. I couldn't recover at the same rate that I normally do because of work, and I was stressed at work. And then also being sick too doesn't help either. So just a lot of, I guess, things kind of mixed up in it. But we should be good. We have a solid 4-week training cycle. I'm in the beaches upcoming weekend, so I'll record that for you guys. A little getaway trip there. I'm going to go to Ocean City Country Calling. We'll be there by the time this video comes out. We'll be on the way there. And then, yeah, going to kick it there. I have a 19-mile run on that Sunday. So I'm gonna get up really early and go and knock that out before Rachel wakes up, so we can enjoy the rest of the day together. But yeah, so expect more normal videos. It's been a lot. I had a 4-hour presentation I had to do at work. So just a lot going on. But I think we are kind of getting back in the groove, and training's going to pick back up. We have 4 weeks to knock out this marathon, and I have a surprise. I might be signing up for a second marathon in December. I haven't quite decided. It's a Rehoboth Beach December 6th marathon. We'll see. We'll see how this one goes. If I just barely miss 3:30, I might end up doing it. If I am way off, I think I might do it. We'll see how that plays out. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in next week's video.